Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sooners will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The inside handoff. Got the first down and more. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time, Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Offense gets set for second down. Motion from the wideout. Power football with the run. Plows through the defense. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Breaks the tackle.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
The Noles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Turning it on. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Seminoles back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the 1st down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got a man. It's Johnson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line. He'll do it himself. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. It's complete to the right. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
That's a really good-looking throw there. I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Swanke, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. The throw. Got it in the middle. It's Browning. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The handoff to Johnson. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Makes the grab down the middle.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on third down at the dome. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on fourth down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical fourth down and execute.
Looking to throw on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously so he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. At the 20, he's got space. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back into play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Wants to go up top. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Oklahoma! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability, that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
The Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll send the back in motion. Going to swing it on second down. Dumps it to the back. Snakes it over the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown Sooners. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5? And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Arizona State was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Sun Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
They'll give it to the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And the Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. The give to the left. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Here's the pressure. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Steps away. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give them time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
It's 3rd and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
The Sooners send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk aversive, but it is good field position. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll run it from the gun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great seminal running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. Owns a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
They'll give it to Johnson. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man quickly. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The Sooners will hustle to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. The sure hands, it's Lanning. Oh, he's got some space. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it on the move. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On fourth down, going to the air. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection.
There he goes. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the route is on.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Penn State is getting blitzed right now in Beaver Stadium in front of that super loyal fan base. Loyal, but my goodness, that's being tested today. They're trailing by 35 to Vanderbilt. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, ball is loose. Bounced right back to them.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls off.
Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with him. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's landing. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Johnson. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Throwing right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And you want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
This time on target. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Quickly complete. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Got his man on the right. Oh, he got loose. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Now on the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And the Knowles are in the red zone. From the gun, the running back has it. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
He might want another play. Third down play from the gun. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab past the marker. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. And the Seminoles want to move quickly.
Black 24. Black 24.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the point after is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. at their own 14-yard line. The handoff to Johnson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Back to pass on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete on the right side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So first down will open up the final period. To the air on first down. He's got him. Breaks into the open. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays, but man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Zings it complete to the right. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line. The Knowles in the hurry up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on fourth down. The offense changing the play. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Breaks away on the left. 10. Touchdown Sooners. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Trying to keep the drive alive. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the 1st down on 4th and 1.
Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense because, remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Seminoles are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Pulls it in. It's landing.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
Throws to the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Blair. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Trying to find the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Lining up to add another. Bangs it through for an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week at practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play. The linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Now on 3rd down for this offense. On the move. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. The Sooners will call on their punt team. They kick it away on 4th down. He'll field the punt and try, and he loses the football. They were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Looking to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Blair. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Under fire. Makes the grab. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Seminoles are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.